Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 2 of tonight's doubleheader on today's WCTV Basketball Game of the Week, where we have the Summit Spartans playing host to the Page Patriots. I'm Justin Ventline. I'll be bringing you the action here tonight solo. My counterparts, one is celebrating his 40th birthday internationally, and one is switching spots with the Tennessee Volunteers as they will travel to Nashville tomorrow to play. And we're off and running here in tonight's boys matchup. Game 1 of our doubleheader saw the Page Lady Patriots take a convincing 30-plus point win over the Summit Spartans. And there you see head coach Jared Street of the Page Patriots. Led them to an undefeated regular season last year. Joining the district here this year, coming in tonight with an overall record of 8-12, 1-5 in district play. Their lone district win is versus these Summit Spartans. There's Thad Burgess, the head coach of the Summit Spartans, in his first year at the helm of the Spartans. Summit comes in with a 9-10 overall record, 2-4 in league play. The last time these two teams matched up back in January, Page came out victorious with a 63-49 victory. Like I mentioned, their lone district win thus far this year. Page coming in on a 4-game losing streak. Last game they played, lost to Centennial by double digits. Good Centennial Cougars team there in Franklin. Summit coming off a 1-win streak. Last gaining a win. Last game playing Nolensville, edging Nolensville out 59-52. Also notably beat Ravenwood a couple weeks ago in overtime. But number 34, Isaac Power, for the Patriots, heads the line, misses the first. In pregame warmups, Isaac heard it quite a bit from this full student section for Summit. The Spartans supporters letting him hear it, missing both free throws. Both teams coming out in a man-to-man. Trying to find their rhythm. A weave type set here for Summit, trying to find a dribble drive lane. The Patriots doing a good job keeping all of the guard play out of the lane, especially number 4 there, the senior Derek Smith. He'll pull up from 3 off the backboard, rebounded by the Patriots. That's number 10, Andrew Kukulu. Check that, Spartans coming out in almost a matchup 2-3 zone. Kukulu finds his counterpart, number 12, Pablo Hernandez, for the Patriots' first points tonight. Page goes for the steal, unable to convert, but Hernandez with a big block gets the Patriots the ball. Summit will take it right back. Cade LaFensti. Coach Jared Street trying to get his squad to set up in a half-court set here. Corner 3 by Calvin Kotarba. goes in for the Patriots. Page will pick up the Summits at half court. That Derek Smith running a point for the Spartans. I believe that was Jerion Tate, number 22's three-point attempt. No good for the Spartans. That'll be number 13, Keenan West, checking in for Makai Bell. So junior checking in for junior. Checking over the roster. Page coming in with a young squad. Only 2 seniors on the team. Number 1, Calvin Katorba. Number 2, Seamus Stevenson. The rest of the squad, all juniors. Summit brings in a little bit more veteran-led squad. 5 seniors on their team. 1 freshman playing on the varsity level for the Spartans. And Keenan West gets caught there with the illegal scream. So a couple subs here for Page checking in. That's number 11, Josh Spinning, and 3, Baker Brule. So early on here in the first quarter, both teams just trying to find their rhythm. Katorba with the 3. Gets that to go. Extends the lead, 8-2 here early on in tonight's game 2, the doubleheader. LaFenci backing down his defender, unable to convert in the lane. Page gets the rebound, pushing the pace. That's Andrew Kukulu off the rebound. Katorba for the Patriots comes in for the rebound, unable to carry it in. And you hear the Summit squad picking up their cheers, and that's just because number 34, Isaac Power, checks back in for the Patriots. A little miscommunication there by the Spartans. Spinning off the back iron. Brought down there by number 4, Derek Smith for the Spartans. So Spartans looking to stop this 8-0 run. I believe that's Tate. So check that. I believe that might be Marty Phillips. Roster I've got here does not have a 22 on it, but doing some process elimination, the numbers I do have, the numbers I see on the Spartans bench, I believe that is Marty Phillips. If not, I apologize in advance. So Spartans able to stop the run by the Patriots, converting from 1 of 2 from the line. Stevenson throws it away in the low block. Good move there. That's Derek Smith. The reverse pivot in the block, able to convert for 2. So Isaac Power is going to pick up his first foul, I believe. That's actually his second, team second. So Spartans will set up in the half-court offense. Three-point attempt is good by number 11, Jackson Purry. Ties this game up. Just over a minute and a half left here in the first quarter. Got a tie game at 8. So Summit was able to come out, score first. Page went on an 8-0 run. Summit answers back with a small run of their own. Patriots trying to find a bucket on offense, unable to convert. Derek Smith comes down with the rebound, but Josh Spinning able to poke it free and then commits the foul there, trying to scrap for the ball. So a couple subs coming in here by Summit. Working the perimeter. That's the freshman, Joel Coverston, in and out for the Spartans. Patriots trying to push the pace here on the offensive end. And Hernandez's attempt halfway down pops back out. So Coach Burgess content, I think. Oh, never mind. Jackson Purry on the three-point attempt. He's fouled. That'll send him to the line. Fouls on Baker Burrell. So Jackson Purry will go to the line, shooting three. Hits the first. Hits the second. See a couple subs coming in here for the Spartans, getting an extended rest while we head into the quarter. Number 0, Makai Bell gets a rest. Big body forward for the Spartans. I have to think he's going to be a difference maker at some point tonight. But Puri able to convert all three. So Kukulu setting up for the last play of the first quarter. Passes up the three. They're going to count that. Calvin Katorba hits a three at the buzzer to tie it back up. So end of the first quarter, back and forth action here at Summit High School. We've got a tie game at 11. Both teams going on a couple runs there. The Summit squad expressing their displeasure on the call. So end of one. We've got a tie game. Back and forth action. Page, like their lady counterparts, definitely want to get out and push the pace in the offensive end of things. We haven't seen a full court press or any intense defensive pressure coming from them, but once they get a defensive rebound, definitely want to push it. Summit, on the other hand, definitely trying to slow down the pace, it seems. Sit back in a defensive position. And just try to kind of grind this game out. So we'll get started here in the second quarter of play. Kukulu running point for the Patriots. Stevenson on the floor as well. Kevin Katorba hit a couple threes there early for the Patriots. That's number 12, Pablo Hernandez, was able to hit a three, I believe, early in the game. So starters back out for the Patriots. Mekhi Bell got a official timeout. Got a player down. I believe that's number 3, Andrew Dugan for the Spartans. Helped up by one of his teammates. He's able to at least get off on his own power, which is a good sign. So quick sub here for the Spartans early in the second quarter. You'd have to imagine Coach Thad Burgess is going to want to try to go to Mekhi Bell. His size differential, Page doesn't have a forward that's going to match up with his size down there in the block. We'll see if they're able to exploit that a little bit here on the offensive end. Regardless, number 2, Cade Lenfitstay, fouled on his attempt. He'll go to the foul line. Converts his first of 2. So Lenfitstay goes 2 from 2 from the line to take the lead back for the Spartans. Three-pointer no good by Katorba. Rebounded by the Patriots. I believe that's off of Bell's foot. He'll stay here for Page. Around the world inbound play. Kukulu unable to get open in the corner there. Power passes up a couple shots. Spartans staying in this matchup zone. Power with the 3, partially blocked there. That was Jarian Tate with the block. So foul is on, I believe, Hernandez there for Page. It's his second, team second of the quarter. Page extending a little bit of pressure now. Summit trying to run a little horn set on top. Good roll there by Tate. He's able to convert for 2. Good find from his teammate Derek Smith on the assist there. Steal from Stevenson, pushing the pace back for Page. Little kiss off the glass by Katorba, and he's able to convert for 2. This is definitely Page's style of play I think they're going to want to play in. Looks like they're now in a extended 2-3. We got a foul on Page. I believe that's number 3, Baker Brule. His second, team third. Power will take a rest while Josh Spinning checks in. Summit sets it up here at the top of the key. Peary trying to find some help from his teammates. Page has done a good job thus far, kind of mixing up their defensive pressure, defensive sets. We've seen him in a zone, a match-up zone, half-court pickup pressure, kind of a quarter-court man-to-man pressure. Summit with multiple attempts here, and finally Derek Smith for the Spartans able to convert. I think they had 3 or 4 offensive rebounds there on that possession. Page unable to move any bodies out of the zone there. Definitely a size differential between these two teams. Got a lot of 4-out, 5-out sets for the Page Patriots. A lot of shooters and guards, it seems, on this team. And on the other side of the court, not that they have a lot of size advantage in the paint or down low, but Mekhi Bell and Jarian Tate definitely add a mismatch value for the Spartans. So Lemfenstein trying to sneak that one in there and then converts a foul on the other end. That'll send Calvin Katorba to the line. So foul on Lemfenstein, his team first of the quarter. Katorba shooting 2, converts the first of the opportunities. Katorba able to convert both. So some subs here for the Patriots. Power checking back in, and James Hatchett, the junior, getting his first minutes of the night, I believe. So Katorba cuts the lead to 2 with those 2 free throws. Page back in this extended 2-3 zone. Bell trying to do work along the baseline, gets caught with a couple extra steps. And Page will retain possession. So like I mentioned, Patriots throwing a lot of different defensive looks at the Spartans, keeping them on their toes, just trying to keep them disorganized, uncomfortable is the key, I think, for them to come out with a victory tonight. Three-pointer no good there by Brule. Couple Patriots fighting over the possession. And in the possible 5-second call, Coach Jared Street gets a timeout in. So quick 30-second timeout here. About 3:15 here left in the first half. The home Summit Spartans lead 17-15. Tightly contested event so far tonight. Neither team really finding an offensive rhythm per se. A couple runs back and forth on both sides. So Katorba is going to hear it from the Summit squad student section on that one. Unable to convert from the 3-point attempt. quick hands there on the defensive end. Spinning, able to knock the ball away for the Patriots. Once again in that 2-3 extended pressure. Peary trying to NBA range three there. Off side of the rim. So Power with the strong take there. Knocked hard to the ground on the take. That foul will be on number 0, Makai Bell. His team second of the quarter. Power a little shaken up after that one. Able to get up, though, on his own. Officials making sure he's all right. Checking in with him once again. He'll go to the line, shooting 2. Off the front iron on the first one. Andrew Kukulu checking back in for the Patriots. Once again, I believe that's Marty Phillips. So number 13, Keenan West, checking in for the Spartans. So a little over 2 minutes left here in the first half of tonight's Game 2 doubleheader. The home Spartans retain a 1-point lead. Page extending their zone pressure, really making it hard for this team to find, or the Spartans to find any rhythm getting the ball inside. That's the second time we've seen a very deep 3-point attempt by the Spartans. Not sure that's a shot that Coach Burgess is wanting his team to settle for. We'd like to see them work it into the high post a little bit, make them kind of extend and work that zone a little bit. So Page will run a 5-out weave type set. Good drive there by Andrew Kukulu, is able to dump it off to his teammate. Hatchet gets fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line shooting 2. So Hatchet off the back iron of the first attempt. So Page unable to convert a couple of free throws here early in the game. Hatchet splits his attempts. Katorba checks back in for the Patriots. Strong take there by Derek Smith for Summit, able to get his way into the lane. So foul there on the Spartans. Puts the possession into Page's hand. 1 minute left here, the first half. So once again, Page goes to a 5-out weave type set. Trying to find some driving range, I bet. So Coach Street content taking the last shot here in the first half. Trying to set it up here for his floor general, Andrew Kukulu. Gets a high screen, drives, kicks, poked away, 2, 1. I do not see, one official I see counts it as a bucket. I think we're gonna have a conference of sorts. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here before we head into halftime. Still got a conference going on here. Both teams have headed to the bench. Either way, it's either going to be a tie game or a 2-point game. Scoreboard right now has Page no basket after a conference by the officials, so we'll head to halftime tied 17, and we'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of tonight's matchup. Second half is underway. Had a controversial type ending to the first half. But right out of the gates, Mekhi Bell scores 2 for the Spartans to gain the lead right before half. Had a official conference in regards to the last second shot, ended up waving it off, bring it back to a tie game. And right there, Seamus Stevenson hits a 3 to take the lead for the Patriots. So first half story, definitely a back and forth. Neither team really can find an offensive type rhythm. Not sure if it's because of each defensive pressure or both teams just shaking off the cobwebs of first full week back to school, but we'll see if either team can come out here in the second half, get some things going. Smith commits his second foul there, team first of the quarter. Good find to Hernandez, fouled on the way up, but great find by Seamus Stevenson there, finding his teammate Hernandez in the paint. Foul on Marty Phillips, his first, team second of the quarter. Hernandez rims out his first attempt. Coach Jared Street, see if they make any changes in their offense and defensive strategies. Lane infringement there, I should say, by Lenfesti. Gonna give Hernandez a second shot at it. Misses all 3, but able to get the offensive board. Finds 2 points the hard way. So Page back on defense, trying to crank up the pressure a little bit. Coach Street trying to will his team to turn up the pressure. Take there by Summit. Oh, that's going to be a foul over the back by Mekhi Bell. That's going to be his third, team third. So he's going to take a break. So Page will retake possession here. Summit matching up in a 2-3 here. Power trying to find a lane, finds a backdoor cutting Katorba, unable to get the shot up there. Power puts it up. gets his own rebound, back again, fouled on the attempt, and he'll go to the line shooting 2. So neither team still really finding an offensive rhythm. So it'll be a quick break there for Smith and Bell as they're both ready to check back in here for the Spartans. Because of an injury, we'll get a quick substitution. So Power at the line, shooting 2. Hits the first, converts on both of them. So Page trying to get a full court pressure trap pass. Bell with the fadeaway 3, back iron, Power with the rebound. So we got a technical foul here on the Summit bench. So I'll send Kukulu to the line, hits the first of the technical. Able to convert both of the free attempts. Stretches that lead to 7 now for the Patriots. And Coach Burgess for the Spartans wants to take a timeout. Most likely try to regroup his bench, his team, just calm his crew back down. A tie game coming into the second half here. Patriots on a 9-2 run thus far. So I'm sure Coach Burgess is just trying to calm his team down. There you see Coach Jared Street. Loves to bring the intensity for the Patriots. Coach Street does. Some slapping the floor defensively, trying to get his team into it. Like I mentioned, both teams really coming out flat on the offensive side of the floor. I think it's going to just come down to who can create some second chance points, points off turnover. It's been a huge game of runs thus far. So Summit gets out of their 2-3 zone. They're going to match up here in a man-to-man, the half-court set. Patriots content working around the perimeter. Been running a lot of weave sets, trying to get that mismatch switch with who they want, but it's going to be a 3-second violation on Kukulu. I think he might have just got lost there in the offensive set where he was at. Patriots coming out in full court pressure. Yeah, I was going to say, I'd assume a trap coming somewhere. Able to get someone pick up the ball right where you want to in a full court press, but gets out of it. Phillip's shot was just short. Summit retained possession. But yeah, Coach Street turning up the defensive pressure here. Hoping that will spark some offensive rhythm for his Patriots. Phillips fouled on the way up. He'll be going to the line shooting 2. Foul was on Hernandez. His 4th. So we'll see how that plays in, how we come down the stretch. Powers and a sub in for him. Spinning subs in for Stevenson for the Patriots. So Phillips hits the back end of hits the second attempt, I should say. Cuts into that Patriot lead. Still a 2-possession game. 4:45 left here in the 3rd quarter. Kikulu trying to dice his way through. It's going to be a kick ball on Bell. And it's probably a good thing he kicked that because spinning, we had a pretty wide open backdoor cut there for the Patriots. We're going to come around the world here on this inbounds play. Nothing there, so Patriots pull it back out, run their perimeter set. Power trying to get spinning in the middle. Kikulu kicks out the Power for 3. That's going to be good. So Power good on his 3-point attempt. Page turning up the defensive pressure. Good take there. Smith answers on the offensive end with the and 1. He'll go to the line trying to convert a 3-point play. So fouls on spinning. He'll take a seat. It's the Patriots' 3rd team in the quarter. And Phillips able to convert the 3-point play. Jackson Purry extending the defense. Here comes a trap by the Spartans. Patriots move out of it quickly. Kikula unable to convert the open attempt. Power gets deep into the lane, trickles one home. And Coach Street immediately takes a timeout, 32nd here with 3:27 left in the 3rd. So a little more offensive production here late in the 3rd quarter. Both teams finding a little rhythm. Both teams also upping the defensive pressure. We've seen Summit come out of their 2-3 matchup zone that they've been playing in. Puri running that extended half-court man-to-man. And on the flip side, we've seen the Patriots come out in a couple times a full-court press, trying to trap as soon as they get across half-court. We're successful a couple times, but able just to disrupt the rhythm of the Spartans. Puri with the 3 off the back rim. Power with the rebound. We'll get a foul. So Power's first attempt off the front of the rim. converts the second. Coach Street will get a quick sub, try to get his defensive setback back in. So the Patriots back in their half-court man-to-man set. Spartans haven't had much success other than this man right here, Derek Smith, getting into the lane, gets in, puts it up, fouled on the attempt. He'll go to the line. That foul will be on number 1, Katorba. His second, team 4th of the quarter. Smith rims out the first attempt. Able to convert the second. So lead is 7. Sub for the Spartans, Andrew Dugan, the senior, number 3, checking in. Power drives the lane, kicks, finds Brule off the iron. Puri comes down with the board. So count the bucket and 1. That's fouls me on Power, his 3rd, team 5th. So we'll be shooting free throws from here on out. Free throw attempt rims off. Power able to come down with the defensive board there. Gives the Patriots possession. Katorba finds Power in the corner. Power drives, and this that's me on Power, offensive. So I believe that was Power's 4th. So Page going to have to deal with some foul trouble coming down the stretch of the game here. From what I've got, Hernandez got 4, Power's got 4. Both of their big inside presence. Someone we haven't seen from the Spartans in quite some time is Makai Bell. I believe he's got 3 from my calculations, but Hernandez comes out with a defensive board. He's going to be fouled from behind. So foul's going to be on number 24, Jarian Tate. Like I mentioned, that's going to send Hernandez to the line, shooting 2. Mentioned it in the girls' game, I believe, but new TSSAA rule is 5 fouls per quarter, and you're shooting 2. So doing away with the bonus and double bonus scenarios and carrying over fouls. But Hernandez is able to cash in both free throws there, gets subbed out quickly to get a break. Hatchett checks in for him. Page in an extended 2-3. Puri trying to shoot him out. A couple times he's taking an attempt from deep. unable to convert on that one once again. Kukula finds Hatchet down deep in the corner of the lane. Easy lay-in. And if I'm Summit here, I'm getting Makai Bell on the low post and trying to do some work against a less experienced team. But Marty Phillips able to convert there for the Spartans. So winding down the time here in the third quarter. Patriots looking for the last shot of the third. Leading by 7. Kukula gets the ball up, unable to convert. So end of 3 here at Summit High School. We've got the visiting Page Patriots leading 36 over the home Summit Spartans 29. So what started as a tie game of 17, definitely seen some more scoring action here in the third quarter. Page has turned up the defensive pressure, potentially trying to increase the pace of this game, get out and run a little bit more than they have in the first half. Like I mentioned, got a couple key players in foul trouble coming down the stretch. We'll see if Coach Burgess can use that to his advantage. We've seen the Patriots go to a 2-3 zone, potentially trying to protect that paint a little bit more and protect some of those players that are in foul trouble. Derek Smith for the Spartans has done a good job thus far cutting into that lane, dribble driving, getting some shots up. It's just going to be who else can contribute for this Summit team to cut into this deficit. So fourth quarter underway here from Summit High School. Summit coming out in a man-to-man. You gotta think the Spartans gotta force the issue at some point. I know there's a lot of time left, but that's gonna be on Hernandez. So I believe that might have been Hernandez's 5th. Team first of the quarter, I know that for sure. So Smith short off the front iron. Unfortunately, the scoreboard here not putting player foul totals up there, so I've been trying to keep track of it mentally here myself, but I believe that might have been Hernandez's 5th foul. So Spartans showing a full court pressure of their own. Kukula with a good backdoor cut. Gets bumped on the attempt, and he'll go to the line shooting 2. That foul will be on number 2, Lempenstay. His second, team second. So Kukula off left there on the first attempt. Phillips checks back in. Cade will take a break there for the Spartans. Kukula unable to convert either free throw, so both teams having some trouble from the stripe here tonight. Phillips calling for the ball there in the low block, able to reverse pivot. And Jerry and Tate are able to be there to clean up the offensive board. And that's going to bring the Summit squad student section back into this game a little bit. Kulu pulls it back out, trying to call an offensive set, get a quality shot this trip down. So Stevenson on the take, caught himself too far under the bucket there. Smith with a pull-up, too strong. And Katorba comes down with the defensive board. So you can almost feel a little tension between the two teams right now. Neither team wanted to make a mistake. And I think that's exactly what Coach Street sensed as well. Takes a full timeout. Try to settle down his squad. Tight contest we've got here. 5:45 left in the game. Third quarter, the Patriots were able to come out, grow I believe a 7 or 9 point lead at one point. Spartans starting to chip away at it here in the fourth quarter, but they're really just going to have to start pushing the pressure. Like I said, I believe Pablo Hernandez, number 12, has fouled out for the Patriots, which could be a huge loss, especially with Isaac Power also having 4. Kind of been their go-to guys, energy guys, from a rebound standpoint. On the flip side, the senior Derek Smith for the Spartans trying to keep his team in it, almost willing them in it at times. So Kikulu will take the lead of the offense here. Dumps it off to Power. 3 from the corner, halfway down, pops back out. Andrew Dugan with the rebound, trying to go coast to coast, weaving through 3 defenders. Gets poked away, Powers, and take a strong to the rack, unable to convert. And there's Smith, Johnny on the spot, able to come back down with the rebound. So big possession here. Still with 5 minutes left, but you can feel momentum swing is on the horizon either way. Dugan finds his teammate down there deep in the corner. Lenfenstay kicks it back out to Dugan. Rims out. Kikulu with the rebound. Pushes the pace. That's Brule on the take. That's going to be an offensive. So offensive foul on the take there by Brule. Will flip possession back to the Spartans. So Page sitting back in their 2-3 zone. 5-point lead, 4:30 left here in the game. Summit working around. Smith takes possession. Drops it to Tate. Tate able to hit from the free throw line. Huge bucket there. Cuts it to a 1-possession game. Kulu with the drive, kick. Katorba off the front iron, and Summit will take possession once again. So Smith's pass goes out of bounds. I believe he saw Purry wide open, but he was out of bounds, and Kukulu is going to get caught with the push-off there. So possession quickly turned right back to the Spartans. So like I said earlier in the fourth quarter, you can feel the, I don't know if you call it tension, but both teams just not really able to find a rhythm, not wanting to make a mistake. Smith is trying to just take over the game here himself. Good drive to get into the lane, force a foul. So that could not have been Hernandez's fifth because he just picked up another foul. So that'll be Hernandez's fifth foul now. So Power will check back in for the Patriots. So Smith hits the first of two for the Spartans. So here comes Summit out in full court pressure, picking up man-to-man. More of just a nuisance defense, and Memphis State is going to pick up a cheap one. It's going to be his third, team third. So Summit will stay out in this full court pressure. Really just trying to disrupt what Page is trying to accomplish. But has got them uncomfortable in the offensive set, that's for sure. Kick to Katorba, kicks it back to Stevenson. Lots of ball movement here on Page. I think Coach Street wanted his team to settle back down. And Marty Phillips with a huge bucket to take the lead for the Summit Spartans. Wakes up the student section here at Summit High. Kicks it back to Kukula, short on the three. Off Page, and Summit will get it. So the crowd is awakened here at Summit High School. Page applying a full court press, trying to get a quick trap. Good take and slam by Jerry and Tate. Gets called for the block down here on this end, but huge bucket by Tate. Drives and throws it down. Coach Burgess will take a timeout with 2:24 left here in the fourth quarter. The home Summit Spartans lead by 3 over the Patriots. The momentum has definitely swung back in the home team's favor here late in the fourth quarter. The Spartans were able to apply a full court press, got the Patriots out of their rhythm a little bit, kind of started forcing the issue, and you wonder if that was something that Coach Burgess kind of held back most of the game. Had a short bench, only 3 subs on his side of the court, or his side of the bench, I should say. So you wonder if you can run a full court press like that all game when you only got a shorter bench. Excuse me, he's got 5 on his bench, but still it's short when you don't use them all. But nonetheless, applied a little bit more full court pressure against Page. Got them out of their rhythm, uncomfortable, We'll see if the forward gender, Andrew Kakulu, can kind of settle the Patriots back down here coming out of the timeout. Wide open, Katorba pulls for three. Ties this game back up. So Smith takes the possession. Double horn set for him. Tate drives once again, pulls from the elbow. Strong after the back iron. Power on the drive, gets fouled. Fouls me on Cade Limphenstay, his fifth, I should say, team fifth. So Page will be shooting free throws down the stretch. Power rims the first of two out. Hits the back iron of the second, so unable to convert either free throw. Horn set once again for Smith. Looking for a roll, decides to pull instead. Lots of contact on the shot, no foul. Regardless, Power gets the rebound. Coach Street is going to take a full timeout, make sure he gets a good look out of this possession from his squad. So back and forth here down the stretch in this tightly contested game. Like I mentioned, the last time these two met, Page able to come out with a victory, 63-49. Certainly a lower scoring contest here, attributed to a slow start in the first half. Both teams finding a little bit more rhythm here in the second. On the Page side, I've got Pablo Hernandez fouled out with 5. Isaac Power, their energy guy, I've got 4. Not sure what the scorebook says, but I've got 4 up here. The spark plug for the Spartans has really been number 4, the senior Derek Smith, along with senior Jarian Tate with the flush. An impressive dunk driving down the lane about 2 possessions ago. So Patriots will bring it up here in the backcourt. Running a 5-out weave. Yeah, I wonder if Coach Street is trying to find a mismatch somewhere along here. Purry will apply pressure for the Spartans. We've got a couple Spartans hitting the deck there in the paint. Katorba short on the 3. Smith with the rebound. Still needed to get it across half court here. So we got 18 and counting. So Coach Burgess takes a timeout with 11 ticks left. Most likely dialing up a game winner of some sorts. So Katorba had the open look in the corner, unable to get it to go on the 3-point attempt and the last Page possession. Rebounded by Smith. Big rebound by the senior. And we'll see what Coach Burgess has got dialed up coming out of this timeout with 11 seconds left here in the game. You got to think Page is going to match up coming out of here. So someone's going to stack it up on the sideline. Inbounds to Smith. Loose possession. Gets it up from the elbow. Strong off the backboard. They're waving the shot off, and we're going to overtime. So Smith, the go-to guy in the last possession. Page was able to switch out of a man-to-man into a 2-3 zone once again. Might have disrupted the offensive flow there for Summit. But at the end of regulation, we've got a tie game, 39-39, heading into overtime. So back and forth game coming down the stretch. Smith gets it, well, back to Page's last possession. Katorba had a good look deep in the corner for three to take the lead. And on Summit's last possession there, Smith mishandled the dribble a little bit driving the lane, but was able to get a good step through floater off. But unfortunately wasn't able to fall for the senior. So here we go. Coming out of regulation, the Summit squad student section on their feet. Tate will line it up for the Spartans on the tip. Kikula for the Patriots. Tate wins the tip. Spartans will take first possession. Tate had an extra step in there. So travel on Tate gets the possession back to the Patriots. Summit back in a 2-3 zone. So both teams content playing zone here coming into that, or starting overtime, I should say. And Stevenson looked like he threw it away, but officials indicating a tip off the Spartans. So possession will retain it with the Patriots. Patriots looking for an open shot. Katorba drives, lays it in for two. So Smith leads the Spartans on the offensive end here. Pulls up from three. Wide right, pushes up to Kikula, lays it in for two. So just like that, two possession lead for the Patriots with 2:30 left here in overtime. Bell with the mid-ranger, smooth in the bottom. Right after that, Coach Burgess calls a timeout. So it looks like Makai Bell got lost there on defense. Defensive things for the Patriots, I should say. Smooth jumper for him from baseline. Cuts it to one possession. So coming out of halftime, both teams come out in a 2-3 zone. No real reason to panic on either side of the ball. Still a lot of game left to play. 2:20 in overtime. No need to press. Press as in push your tempo or your expectations, but Summit will come out here in a full court pressure. That's what they came out here in the third and fourth quarter. Just kind of disrupted the Patriots a little bit, got them off rhythm. Let's see if that can attribute to a turnover for the Spartans. Kikulu comes back, gets the ball. Leads the floor for the Patriots. Page working their set. Katorba on the take. He's going to be fouled. So Katorba fouled on the take by Marty Phillips, 22. His second, team fifth. So regardless, the Patriots will be shooting 2 down the stretch here in overtime. Katorba at the line, hits the first of 2. Converts both, so pushes it back to a 2-possession game. Just under 2 minutes left here in overtime. Coach Street wanted that 2-3 zone to be more condensed. No need to foul or take any chances on defense. You got a 2-possession lead. Deep 3 there by Phillips, unable to convert it. Gets his own rebound though. Drops it off to Bell. Drops one in deep in the lane. Cuts the lead back to 2. So Summit student section back into it once again, trying to inspire his defense. Smith commits the foul. That'll be his third. I think Jackson Purry came out to him after that and pointed to his head like, hey, let's use our mind here. Let's not give up silly fouls. Kikula misses though the first. So regardless, it'll be a 1-possession game. So just as Purry said, use your head, might have been a good strategy. So the lead is 3. Phillips with the ball. Strong drive to the lane, up and in. Power had to play light defense there with 4. Also didn't want to commit the and 1. A 1-point lead. Oh, and Power gets caught in the wash there. He's going to get called for the offensive foul. That's his 5th. Team 5th. So Isaac Power got caught in the wash. It's something you got to be aware of when you're running a 5-out weave type set like that. Ran into a defender, gets called for the offensive foul. And we'll give the possession back to the Spartans with 49 seconds left here in overtime. Phillips with the drive once again, lays it up off the board, grabbed the rebound, but his foot was on the line. So Summit able to get a quick sub in here. Summit gets a trap. Kikula able to pass out of it. Katorba wisely pulls that one back with a 1-point lead. No sense of shooting that 3, giving the possession back. Phillips fouls Kukula, who went 1 of 2 last time at the stripe. So Kukula shooting 2. Trickles the first one in. Is able to hit the second. So with that, Page will have a 3-point lead. Coach Street takes a timeout. Get his offensive set here. Or his defensive set, excuse me. So full timeout by Coach Jared Street. 3-point game here with 27 seconds left in overtime. And this is where you start to get into the analytical numbers situation. If you're Coach Street, do you tell your team, try to let them wind down as much clock as possible, then foul? 2 points can't hurt you, a 3 can tie. Or do you just try to play it out, go for the steal? A lot of teams in the collegiate ranks are going to that foul up 3, send them to the line, but we'll see what Coach Street does coming out of this timeout. On the flip side, Coach Burgess, you don't necessarily need a 3. A quick 2, the way both teams have been shooting at the free throw line, I don't think is out of the question. If you can get a quick 2 and send Page back to the free throw line, might be ideal as well. But we'll see how things play out. 20 seconds left here in overtime. Looks like Smith is content, potentially just getting the last shot off. So Smith pulls it back out. And Coach Burgess will call a timeout with 6.7 left on the clock. Be a full timeout. Time to draw something up here on the old whiteboard. So this is even more where the analytical game comes in. Do you let it get under 5 seconds and then foul? Or do you just let Summit go for the tie? Because at this point, there's no sense in trying to get a quick 2 if you're the Spartans. You would have had to do that right out of that last timeout. Now you've got to go for the 3-point tie. So we'll see what Coach Burgess has got drawn up. Purry has pulled the trigger a couple times from deep. Smith has been the hot hand here down the stretch. Jerry and Tate has pulled up a couple times as well. Had some momentum plays. They'll put the ball in Smith's hands. He pulls up, dumps it to Phillips, off the rim. And that's going to be it here from Summit High. A thriller in overtime. Page will take the series. They'll move to 9-12 overall, 2-5 in region, where Summit will drop to 9-11 overall, 2-5 in region. But wrapping up your WCTV game of the week, the Page Patriots come out victorious, 48-45. I'm Justin Ventline. We'll see you next week.